Ever wondered if a penguin could win a marathon? No, seriously. Now, I'm not talking about those human marathons that take place on dry land. I mean, let's be real. Penguins and their tuxedo-like feathers are not exactly built for running. But if we were to move the race to the icy waters of the Antarctic, well, that's a whole different story. You see, while we humans are gasping for breath after a few laps in the pool, penguins are just getting started. These little water rockets can reach speeds up to 22 miles per hour. Yes, you heard that right, 22. That's faster than the average human marathon runner. This isn't just a quick sprint for them either. Penguins are long-distance champs. They can keep up this pace for hours on end, traveling great distances in search of food. Now let's put that into perspective. Imagine you're a marathon runner. You've trained hard, you're feeling good, and you're ready to give it your all. But then, out of nowhere, this little bird in a tuxedo zooms past you, leaving you in its icy wake. It's a humbling thought, isn't it? But don't feel too bad. Penguins have had millions of years to perfect their aquatic athleticism. They're perfectly adapted to life in the water. Their bodies are streamlined for efficient swimming, their wings are like flippers, and they have powerful muscles to propel them through the water. So we're kicking off this deep dive into the world of penguins with a bang, or rather a splash. Over the next few scenes, we'll explore more fascinating aspects of penguin life. We'll delve into their unique fashion sense, their love lives, and even their parenting skills. So next time you think about challenging a penguin to a race, you better be ready to swim. Why do penguins always look like they're going to a black tie event? Well, welcome to the world of penguin fashion, my friends, where every day is a red carpet event and the dress code is always black tie. Yes, you heard it right. Penguins are the James Bonds of the animal kingdom, always dressed to the nines, ready to waddle their way into a high-stakes poker game or a swanky cocktail party. But you may wonder, why this eternal fascination with tuxedos? Is it because they're trying to impress the ladies, or are they just overdressed for dinner? Well, the answer is quite fascinating. Penguins' distinct black and white coloration isn't just for show, it's actually their secret weapon for survival. Let's dive in a little deeper, shall we? When these dapper fellows are in the water, their dark black backs blend in with the deep ocean blues, making it harder for any aerial predator to spot them. Simultaneously, their white bellies mimic the bright surface of the water, making it tricky for any underwater villains to see them coming. Ingenious, isn't it? Evolution, you've outdone yourself. So, while they might look like they're heading off to a fancy gala, they're actually sporting the latest in evolutionary fashion. Their sharp tuxedo is not just about looking good, it's about staying alive. Now let's address the penguin in the room. Are they overdressed for every occasion? I mean, who wears a tuxedo to a casual fish dinner or a quick swim in the Arctic? Penguins, that's who. But remember folks, it's not about being overdressed, it's about being the best dressed. And in the world of penguins, the one with the shiniest tux is king or queen. So if you're feeling underdressed at your next party, just remember, you'll never be as suave as a penguin. In this world of black and white, they've mastered the art of living life in style. Penguins, folks, they're not just animals, they're fashion icons. Ever heard of a love story more romantic than Romeo and Juliet? Let me introduce you to penguins. Now I know what you're thinking, penguins? Really? But just bear with me for a moment. See, most penguin species are monogamous, that's right. They pair up and stick together through the harsh Antarctic winters, the blinding snowstorms, and the scarcity of food. If that's not commitment, I don't know what is. But it's not just their loyalty that's striking. It's also their courtship rituals. When a male penguin decides he's ready to settle down and start a family, he doesn't just waddle up to a female and ask her to be his mate. Oh no, that would be too easy. Instead, he embarks on a quest to find the perfect pebble. Yes, you heard that right, a pebble. You see, pebbles are like diamonds in the penguin world. The smoother and rounder the pebble, the better. So our brave Romeo goes on a mission, braving the icy winds and freezing temperatures, all in search of this precious stone. And when he finally finds the perfect pebble, he presents it to his chosen Juliet as a token of his love. Now imagine the pressure. It's like going on a first date and having to present a flawless diamond ring. Talk about high stakes. But here's a funny twist. Sometimes a female penguin will accept a pebble from one suitor, only to give it to another. It's the penguin version of regifting. And while it might seem a bit cruel, it's all part of the fascinating world of penguin love. So folks, next time you're struggling with your love life, just remember, at least you're not a penguin looking for the perfect pebble. Did you know penguins could give us humans a run for our money when it comes to parenting? Oh, indeed, folks. Penguins are not just known for their adorable waddles and fancy tuxedos, they are also pros at parenting. You see, in the world of penguins, both moms and dads share the parenting duties. It's like a well-choreographed dance on the icy grounds of Antarctica. So, how does this work, you ask? Well, once the mama penguin lays her precious egg, she carefully transfers it to the daddy penguin. And this isn't just any transfer, folks. This is a delicate operation that requires precision, balance, and a whole lot of trust. After all, no one wants to drop the baby, right? Now, while mama penguin heads off to the deep blue sea for a seafood buffet, daddy penguin steps into his role of incubator-in-chief. He balances the egg on his feet, tucking it under a special flap of skin to keep it warm. How's that for a penguin dad bod? Now brace yourselves for the next part because it's a real knee slapper. These devoted dads stand in freezing temperatures without eating anything for over 2 months. That's right, folks, 2 months of fasting and freezing. Talk about dedication. Once the baby penguin or chick hatches, both parents take turns feeding it. They regurgitate a delicious pre-chewed seafood mix into the chick's mouth. Yum, right? Okay, maybe not so much for us, but the chicks seem to love it. So while we humans are debating about equal parenting, these penguins have been doing it for ages. They've got this parenting thing down to a science. They take turns, share responsibilities, and do whatever it takes to ensure their chick's survival. It's teamwork at its finest. So if you thought your parents were too strict, at least they didn't make you huddle in sub-zero temperatures or have pre-chewed seafood for lunch. Now isn't that a comforting thought? Scene script. Ready for a quick-fire round of penguin trivia? Well, buckle up because we're diving into the icy waters of penguin knowledge. Did you know penguins are toothless wonders? That's right, instead of teeth, these birds have backward-facing fleshy spines that line the inside of their mouths. They help guide fish straight down the hatch. So next time you're having a tough time with your dinner, remember, at least you're not trying to swallow a slippery fish whole. Speaking of dinner, penguins can drink seawater. Yes, you heard that right. While we humans would be running for the bathroom after a gulp of the salty stuff, penguins have a special gland above their eyes that filters out the salt from their bloodstream, which they then sneeze out. So if you ever see a penguin sneezing, now you know why. They're not catching a cold, they're just handling their salty beverages like champs. Now let's talk about their impressive diving skills. Penguins can dive deeper than a submarine. The emperor penguin, the largest of the species, can dive up to 1,850 feet and hold its breath for around 20 minutes. That's deeper than the Statue of Liberty is tall. No big deal, right? Just another day in the life of a penguin. And here's a bonus one for the road. Penguins can't taste sweet or savory flavors. Their taste buds only pick up salty and sour tastes. Imagine a world without the sweet joy of ice cream or the savory delight of a pizza. But then again, when you're living on a diet of fish, who needs dessert? And there you have it. Penguins, they're more than just cute waddling birds in tuxedos. They're fascinating, complex, and let's face it, pretty hilarious.